Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am here to announce the second feature of October Club Quitabug, which is the Watercolor Christmas stamp set. I really love this stamp set, and one of my favorite things about this set is there's this nice large sentiment to add to the inside of your cards. I think that's so awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the free card kit, and I'll give you all the details about Club Quitabug as we go. Alright, so here is a close-up of the featured stamp set. I mentioned Watercolor Christmas. I love the fonts with this stamp set. Such a great stamp set. And again, having a big sentiment to go on the inside is just awesome. Love this stamp set. So in addition to the Watercolor Christmas stamp set, I'm also using basic black archival ink and soft sky. So all you have to do to get your free Watercolor Christmas card kit in the mail from me as a thank you is place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $35 before shipping and tax. And make sure that you use the host code that I've placed here on the screen. Using that code lets me know that you're wanting to receive this free card kit in the mail as a thank you gift from me to you. If your order is $150 or more, make sure you do not use that hostess code because you will earn host rewards if your order is $150 or more. So don't use the code in that case, but you will still get the free card kit. But if your order is less than $150, you must use that host code. That's the only way that you will get the free card kit in the mail as a thank you gift from me. Okay, so here is the first card in the kit. I love this card. I love this sort of patchwork design here on the left side of the card. So this one says Season of Cheer, and I don't know if you can see in the background behind the sentiment, we've got one of those little Christmas tree images from the stamp set here. Love this. And I decided to use gold as an accent piece on all three cards, and I really love how it looks. So that's card number 1. And then here's card number 2. You might remember these leaves from the Painted Harvest free card kit earlier in the month. I loved how these looked die cut or punched out in the gold foil, and I thought it looked great on this card as well with the black and the cherry cobbler. Love this one. It says, "Oh joy." And then, let me just show you on the inside of the cards. We've got one of the little trees and then the sentiment, "As you deck the halls, enjoy sweet treats and gather with family. May the love and happiness continue to radiate in your lives throughout the coming year." I mean, what a great sentiment for the inside of your holiday cards. Love that. And then here is card number 3. I love this. I love the black, the white, the pops of gold, and then the soft sky. I just love this card. So this one says, "Merriest Christmas wishes." And then again, of course, oh yeah, I forgot. This one opens vertically. Then, of course, we've got the sentiment stamped on the inside. And I didn't show you in this one. I've also got it stamped. Okay? So really great color palette and just some really awesome holiday cards. Love these. All right, so as usual, your free card kit will come nicely packaged. And remember, there are no stamped images included in your kit. That's why I recommend the stamp set. So I've got all 3 cards and their pieces layered neatly for you. You get 3 Whisper White envelopes, and then you also get the full color PDF that has all of the supplies that I used to create the projects, the measurements, and a nice color picture of the projects as well. All right, so I've got my materials here for card number 1. I'm going to go ahead and get my stamping out of the way. So I'm just going to bring in my soft sky. Couldn't get that open. My soft sky ink pad. And I'm gonna stamp this little open tree here in soft sky, and I'm just going to put that right in the center like so. Then I've got my basic black here, and I'm just going to ink up that Season of Cheer sentiment, twist, twist, tap, tap. And let's see, I've got this on here in a weird way. So I'm just going to stamp that right in the center of my little label there. That looks good. I'm going to leave out that basic black and bring in my card base because we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside layer of our card. All right, so I've got my card base scored and folded. So now I'm going to stamp the little tree image that has the star at the top. Ink that up and stamp that in Soft Sky. Let's see if I can get this right. At the top center, just like so. And then the sentiment. Okay. Make sure you have it right side up. I almost had that upside down. Okay. Just stamp that in the center. Perfect, love that. And while I have these two stamps out, I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the inside for all of the cards. So for your other two cards, you've got 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock to go on the inside. So just go ahead and stamp these up. And now the sentiment for the inside. Perfect. All right, so we've got both of those ready to go. So I'm gonna set these to the side. Okay, so now back to this card. I'm gonna go ahead and start laying out my pieces for the front. So I'm gonna start with this piece of Soft Sky. I'm gonna lay that right there. And I'm gonna sort of overlap these pieces a little bit. I'm gonna put this one, this cherry cobbler piece right there. Let's see, the black and white piece right about there. Then the reindeer piece like that. And then my gold piece. All right, so that's how I'm going to adhere these down, and I'm just going to use my Fast Fuse adhesive to do that. And then the gold is the last piece, and I'll just put that right about here. Okay, so there's our little patchwork layer there. Looks so cute. So then for our sentiment, I'm just gonna flip this over, and there's a strand of some of our mini sequin trim in gold, and you just wanna kind of crisscross this, lay it on the back, so that it hangs off at the top and the bottom. And then I'm just gonna adhere this down using some dimensionals, but I'm gonna keep my dimensionals in the center. And let me just show you here on the back. I've got the sequin trim to where the stitched side is facing the back. So there's a right side and a wrong side. So I've got the stitching towards the back so that you just see the full sequins on the front. So now there is a little basic black circle in the kit. I'm just going to center this right on top of that basic black circle, right about there. Give it a press, and then we'll add some more dimensionals. And now we can pop this piece right onto the front of the card. I think I want it right about there. There we go. And that finishes up card number 1. All right, so I've got my pieces here for card number 2. So I'm going to start by doing my stamping. So I'm going to take this Whisper White oval, bring in my basic black ink again, and that Oh Joy sentiment. And I'm just going to stamp this in the center, right about here. And I actually don't mind if this isn't straight. I like how it's kind of at an angle. I think that looks great. And then I'm just gonna bring in my Soft Sky and stamp a little tree right here on top. Okay? All right, so now we can start assembling the rest of the card. So what I'm gonna do is take this piece of Whisper White and put this striped piece of designer paper right across the bottom. Okay, so I just used my fast fuse and I'll just adhere this right down to the bottom. Okay, right there. Then there's a piece of this basic black ribbon here. I'm just going to wrap that around the center to cover up that division between the Whisper White and the designer paper. So it just makes it look a little bit cleaner there. Just like that, okay? And now I can fold over my cherry cobbler cardstock and give it a nice crease with my bone folder, okay? Add some adhesive to this layer, and this is just going to go flat onto the front of the card. All right, so there's our front layer. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Joy sentiment and I am going to put a lot of fast fuse, and I want to get it really close to the edges of my oval. Okay, and then once you've got that on there really close, you're going to take these gold foil leaves and just tuck them around the sides here of the oval. And stick them in that adhesive. Okay, and then layer it on top of your scalloped oval. So then once you're finished, you've got something that looks like that. I love how that looks, so pretty. And then we can add some dimensionals to the back. Once you've got your dimensionals on there, then we can just center that up on the front of the card, right about there. And then in the kit, there are 3 of the basic black rhinestones. I'm just going to add those up here to the top right-hand corner of the card. Okay, just like that. And then we can go ahead and also add our sentiment to the inside. Okay, there we go. And that finishes up card number 2. I love this card. All right, so now I've got the pieces here for the last card, card number 3. So in the kit, there is a stitched circle. I'm gonna bring in my basic black archival ink, and we're gonna stamp that nice, big, merriest Christmas wishes. Love this. Just ink that up, and going to try and center this right about there. Should be good. Looks pretty good. So while that sentiment dries, we can go ahead and start working on the rest of the card. I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment layer that we stamped earlier to the inside of the card. All right, so then there is a piece of Whisper White cardstock and then this black and white polka dot designer paper. So I'm just going to layer these 2 together. Okay, just like that. Then I've got 2 more pieces here. There's a piece of Whisper White, and then there is a Soft Sky designer paper piece. So I'm just going to layer that right on top. Okay, and then I'm going to layer this right on top of this piece, right about here. Okay, and now we can layer this on top of our Soft Sky card base. All right, so now what we're gonna do is take this gold 1/8 inch ribbon and we're gonna add this to the front of the card. So what I'm gonna do is just put a little bit of fast fuse right there towards the bottom. I'm gonna stick one end of my ribbon in to that adhesive, and then I'm just going to wrap this around a few times here and just stick it down in that adhesive. So just like that. Whoops. Didn't get it in the adhesive. Okay, just like that. And now that I've got that on, I'm just gonna slide this up a little bit, want it up a little bit higher. Okay, so now that I've got that on, I'm gonna use some dimensionals to make sure that this ribbon stays down. Now I can go ahead and add my stitched circle to my scalloped circle. Just like that. And then I've already got my dimensionals here, so I'm just going to take the backings off, and then I'll just lay this right on top. Let's see, right about there. And then the last step in the kit, there are some of our gold metallic enamel shapes. So I'm just going to add these 3 little enamel shapes down, and that will finish up this card. All right, so there we go. That finishes up card number 3. All right, so here are the 3 completed projects for my Watercolor Christmas free card kit. I hope you guys love this kit. I really love how the colors came together and the pops of gold. I absolutely love it. So remember, all you have to do to get this free card kit as a thank you gift in the mail from me is place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $35 before shipping and tax. Make sure that you use the host code that I've got right here on the screen. This kit is available until October 31st, 2017. So make sure you get your order in by that time in order to receive this free card kit in the mail from me. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about Club Quitabug or anything, feel free to email me at quitabughandmaids@gmail.com or leave your comments in the video description below. You can also find out more details about Club Quitabug over on today's coordinating blog post, which is also linked below in the video description. So thanks again, and I'll be back with you all very soon. Bye now.